Hey, howdy ho, everybody. This is Postmortem Nightshade, and I know some folks want the holidays to stay in their lane, but I just can't help it. I am so pumped to be headed into spooky season, the absolute best time of the year, in my opinion. And Insidious, out of the further, is the movie kicking off the Halloween vibes and the season as a whole. Directed by Jacob Chase, this installment in the franchise stars Amelia Eve as our protagonist going up against the latest Dollar General demon the Further chose to spit out this time. I am a big fan of the first two Insidious films, and they were actually among some of the first horror movies I watched as I was exploring the genre. Baby's first horror, if you will. And I think they actually still hold up really well today because they're a great way to introduce new folks to the genre without throwing them into the deep end. But as with every IP, it seems, then as the franchise has continued on, the films have just become repetitive and predictable. I guess if you have dentophobia, then this film might really work for you with its scares. But besides that, there were a lot of cheap jump scares and predictable demon action that you've seen in many other movies before, including from movies in the Insidious franchise. I did like some of the cinematography and the color grading on this one. The setting was great too. Always love a big, beautiful, and creepy house to set the mood, so hats off to the production design team. This Insidious movie runs at 1 hour and 45 minutes, which I think they could have easily shaved off 15 minutes to make it an even hour 30. There is absolutely nothing to the story that requires the extra runtime. It's hard because the things I enjoyed in this movie were things I already loved about the Insidious franchise. For example, the title card and the score, with its harsh strings and piano accents, are two things that the franchise does so well. But they're nothing new. And that's really the crux of my issues with this movie and just kind of the franchise as a whole is they're not really bringing anything fresh to the table. This Insidious film is pretty generic. It's got a predictable plot, and overall, if you've seen even a few horror movies, then this one probably won't be that scary because nothing inventive is happening. I also will warn you that there should be a seizure warning on this movie, as there are quite a lot of flashing lights. And this film falls heavily into the hagsploitation and just general exploitation of old people for scares in a way that just feels outdated at this point. I also had a moment in the theater where I was like, wow, this franchise is so old. We're getting Avengers style needle drops when they bring in Elise because she is such an established part of the IP. And when I had that thought, that's when I knew. I personally don't think we need any more Insidious movies for a while. So, on my scale, this one falls into the hey Heidi, no really, maybe just stop category. But let me know what you thought of the most recent Insidious film in the comments. And which film in the franchise is your favorite? Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and if you'd like to follow along on my movie review journey, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all very soon.